So this chapter, if you look at it, very, very interesting stuff. I mean, aside from the contents itself that we had, Yamato, Nami and Usopp escaping, everything that went down in the chapter, really, really hype stuff. I mean, the Law and Robin exchange, Kid and Klller, the wrecking of the Scabbards at the hands of Kaido. But, well, speaking of Kaido, one of the things that I noticed is, and I know some people like to say he's not a Yonko or whatever, but it felt as though, and it actually was, that in this chapter, if you include the cover page, we essentially got a display of 4 out of 5 of the Yonko of the world, because of course you got, you see Kaido throwing hands or kicking ass, shall I say. You got Big Mom up in there, of course Luffy running, and then on the cover page you have Blackbeard. That's 4 out of 5. Yo, Shanks, where you at, fam? You supposed to be here. But it makes me really wonder. Again, I don't know what Blackbeard is doing. I don't know if Blackbeard is gearing up and he's going to be a part of Wano at some given point. Again, this was, I want to say, a request, that cover page of Blackbeard, but nevertheless, him being shown. And then we saw Shanks earlier in this arc, way earlier at that, very, very earlier, and it wasn't technically a part of this one. It was more so with the Reverie and him talking with the Gorosei. Who knows if chapter 1000 we're just gonna have Shanks and Blackbeard show up on different ships and we're gonna have all 5 of the Yonko, because just seeing all of them, again, it was a cover page with Blackbeard, and people argue about Luffy, whether he's truly the 5th emperor or not, even though it came out in the paper and shit. But like, just seeing that alone got me like, god damn. I mean, the chapter alone, there's Law and Kid and Klller and all of that, but then you got a display of 4 of the 5 Yonkos of the One Piece world. Yo, that's greatness, baby, and I'm so hyped to talk about this chapter. Let's do it. Let's talk some of that One Piece greatness. Baby, the Yonko are approaching. The Yonko are here. The Yonko... Let's go.
I say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move. That's how it be, though.
So like I said, we got the cover page of Blackbeard. He's brushing his teeth alongside a hippo, which, okay, very, very weird cover page, and I think it was a request, but I found that interesting, and I wonder if that's Oda at all foreshadowing, because, he has to accept the request, of course. If he was like, okay, Blackbeard is about to show up soon anyway, let's start showcasing another one of the Yonko, baby, and I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. Because if you think about it, it was a while ago that it was introduced that we were heading into the War of the Yonko, like it felt like Game of Thrones and shit, and we had a little bit of it here and there, but adding Blackbeard into the mix, and again, if Shanks does show up, whatever his conversation that he had way earlier with the Gorosei and whatnot during the Reverie, interesting stuff here, and I don't know, this is going to be an even all-out grander war than it already is, because I mean, you got Big Mom and Kaido alone, and Luffy, and just everything going down, but then that... yeah. So picking up where the last one left off with Tama saving Nami and Usopp, I'm just like, damn, I'm still a little bit defeated myself, because even though, don't get me wrong, I was hype about Nami and how she didn't surrender, she didn't say those words, she didn't disown her mans, because I would have looked at her like, oh, Nami, you trash. You trash. If she would have said, yeah, Luffy's never going to be the Pirate King, I don't care if she's lying. I don't care if she was doing it just to survive for now. No. So the fact that she actually said he's never going to stop trying to be Pirate King, I was like, yo, you a real one. You a ride or die. I love it. And seeing them get away this one, I'm like, I would have loved for them to kick some ass. I really thought Nami and Usopp working together would have been able to, I don't know if take out, but maybe get lucky against Ulti and Page 1. But again, at the same time, that also just proves that Kaido's group is no joke at all. Like, the low tiers of the Straw Hat crew are not going to be able to take on some Tobiropo. It's not going to happen. So, take the good with the bad, I guess you could say. And we see that Usopp is so messed up that Nami is asking him questions like, yo, fam, what's going on? And he's like, Alhamdulillah. And Nami's like, oh, word, well, let's look at the positive. At least I'm good. And I'm just like, god damn. She was so selfless for like 5 seconds and is back to, well, at least I'm good. I know you all fucked up down there, but I'm alright. And when Tama said that she came on an enemy ship, I'm curious which enemy ship she came on, because I'm trying to think like, okay, Kaido been there for a while. I mean, it could have been one of his peoples that showed up. It could have been maybe she hitched with the Big Mom pirates, or this is a big foreshadowing. Again, I don't know, maybe Blackbeard is already here. She hitched on Blackbeard. I don't know. And at the very least, for the time being, that giant ape Hihimaru is holding Ulti and Page 1 at bay from chasing them down, which, yeah, Nami and Usopp, they can't take anymore. They got the living shit kicked out of them, which, again, I'm sad. I wanted them to catch a W, but it's understandable, but I'm still sad, yeah. And then shoutouts to Yamato again. I was just like, well, damn, girl, I rocks with you heavy. She is there taking heat, taking bullets, like covering for Shinobu and Momonosuke. And okay, you know, the Momonosuke thing, she thinks she's Odin, she's gonna do that, but also doing it for Shinobu. But then at the same time, yeah, if you're Odin, you're gonna rock with not only your son, but you're gonna cover for your people. It's like Yamato, oh my gosh, I gotta say it again, and I know we do this, One Piece fans, we do this all the time. Cool character, yo, be a Straw Hat. Like, yo, fam, Kaido, be a Straw Hat. Big Mom, be a Straw... Nah, I don't know. Big Mom being a Straw Hat, I don't know. It's like, nah. Kaido, okay. Shanks, yo, why not? Yasop, get over here. Big Mom... Nah. Yo, Big Mom fans be hating that shit when I shit on her, but I don't know. And then when Shinobu's like, yo, abandon me, fam, you supposed to do the do. You trying to protect us? Cool, go save Momonosuke, just leave me. And Yamato, a real one, like what Nami did last chapter with them words, Yamato is showing in actions like, fam, I'm Odin. Would Odin ever leave his peoples behind? You got me fucked up out here in these streets, bro. Stop playing. Okay, I'm taking it a little too far. That's not, but you know, you get the idea. And then it looked like we was about to get an all-out war between Sasaki and Yamato until Frankie came in, which Frankie, I don't know, man. Oda, big things with Frankie. He kind of not ruined the moment, but messed things up because who knows, maybe Sasaki, again, that's Tobiropo. Like, we don't know the extent of Yamato's strength, and maybe Oda's trying to hide that as well for whatever reasonings, because Frankie comes in, kind of messes the scene up with Hacha chasing him, and then Hacha breaks the ground and shit, and I'm like, damn, I really wanted to see what Yamato's really all about, fam. And even though Sasuke was talking shit like, you'll never be able to take me while you holding on a dead weight there, but I wanted to see it. But also that gives me an idea of how strong she really is. If Sasuke's like, he didn't say you don't stand no chance whatsoever. He said while holding on to dead weight, which means that maybe if she wasn't protecting, Sasuke knows that Yamato could put in that work. Yamato for straw. And then Hacha busts a hole down in the ground, which I'm like, hey, he's one of the numbers, you know, that's what they do. And upon falling, Yamato is able to, she's like, yo, oh, bet this one I got. And she knocks Hacha out as they falling down to the ground. And I'm like, you could have potentially put hands on Sasuke. Like Sasuke, again, like I just said, he didn't say you can't take me out. He said you can't take me out while you're protecting these people. Then on top of that, she knocks out a number. Yamato for straw hat. And you could definitely see she's all fully in character because she's like, yo, Momo, you must survive to see the dawn of the world. You're the guide to the dawn of the world. And I'm just like, okay, Odin, relax. But I'm still saying Yamato for straw hat. And this segment of Yamato for straw hat is over now. Motherfuckers gonna be like, yo, Fornev, stop with that ASMR shit. We get it. You like Yamato. I know. But we cut to Law, which, yo, I'm not even gonna lie, before this chapter dropped, maybe like a day or two before, I was thinking to myself, god damn, it's been a long time since we've seen Law. It feels like to me anyway. So when I saw Law, I was like, I was just thinking about this motherfucker. Hell yeah, let's go. And he's thinking about a flashback to the Corazon stuff, which, oh man, I love that stuff, man. Like, Law has one of the most tragic and saddest backstories in all of One Piece. I put him up there with like Robin, and Robin has one of the best ones. I think about Robin's one, I start tearing up right now. So seeing Law thinking back to Corazon and shit, you see, that's part of his character development, to be honest with you. Like, him accepting things in this one, accepting that he wants to know what the fate is of the D, you know, the meaning of the D in his name, Trafalgar D, Water Law. Like, that's big advancement. Like, I think at one point Law really didn't care about any of that stuff. So the fact that he's here now, cool shit. And getting the flashback conversation between him and Robin, and him questioning like, yo, what's going on here? And Robin not really knowing and saying, in order to get those answers about the Willa D and shit, we need to collect these red stones. So the whole secret behind, and we're not gonna get, unfortunately, the reveal about what the D means. I mean, it could happen. You never know. Somebody could just run in out of nowhere. Joy Boy's like, yo, fam, I've been alive this whole time. Maybe Joy Boy is like a fucking pimple on Nami's breast or some shit. That's the meaning of the joy. But who knows, maybe that's what chapter 1000 is going to reveal, and Oda's setting it up now. We're about to find out about the Willa D, but it seems as though that'll also be like a endgame thing. But I mean, at the end of the day, them being called D, being the enemies of God, very interesting stuff there. It all goes back into the Void Century, the Goro says, secrets, all of that jazz. And again, we'll find out in due time, but who knows, maybe again, Oda's setting up like this is a long time coming. Let me remind you guys about this because chapter 1000. Then we cut to Kid, which I'm like, yo, okay, it's not the biggest advancements in this chapter, to be honest with you. A lot of it is like, okay, Yamato went from point A to point 8.5. Likewise with, you know, Law is figuring this out. Okay, like it was small leaps, but we got a lot of big time characters, because then you see Kid, and Klller is seemingly back to his normal self. I don't know how the anime is gonna handle it, if he's gonna keep on laughing under the mask or some shit like that, but we got Kid and Klller, and Kid is collecting all the freaking metal scraps throughout the castle, which means that he got one big, I want to see it, I'm not gonna lie, with everything that Kid been through, with, you know, Klller being destroyed mentally and losing his crew and being betrayed and everything. I want him to collect every piece of metal in the world and give Kaido one big point. Like, Kaido is asking for it. Kaido, a long time overdue of an ass whipping for everything he's put a lot of people through. So I hope Kid gets at least one, and if it's not Kaido, then at the very least Apu. Like, he already got a little bit of vengeance on Apu. I think he could get a little bit more, and if Apu decides to jump in the way for Kaido on some crazy shit, knock him the fuck out too. Like, yeah, you deserve it, fam. You've been through a lot, Kid. I think back to the Udon prison and what you went through, fam. Whoa. And then we cut to Kaido, and god damn, you know, I really thought to a certain degree that the Scabbards had a chance, and this is why I keep on saying it, that dragon form for Kaido ain't it. Even though that's a devil fruit ability, you would think like, yo, this is about to be supreme prime time. In terms of like, if he needed to decimate like a mountain or a giant village or some shit, yeah, by all means, go ahead, go do that. But in terms of combat, especially against a bunch of, you know, regular humanoid sized people, his regular form is the best bet, because we cut back, and opposed to the stark contrast of him getting his ass whipped and stabbed up and everything when he was in his dragon form, he is bodying the Scabbards with his freaking giant club. I'm just looking at it like, motherfucker look like Keiichi Maebara from When They Cry, bashing these people down. I'm just like, god damn, Kaido, like, imagine, and seeing them all almost knocked out dead and shit. Like, yeah, we're leading towards the next big phase of Kaido's battles, because the Scabbards were like basically round one, and they put in work and they almost had it, and I still think that Kinemon and maybe another one or two of them are going to play a pivotal factor in the final blows to Kaido. But it's just crazy. It just shows again, like, I feel as though the dragon form, the zone mythical creature that it's supposed to be, is actually weaker than Kaido in his regular form, because he's just bodying cats. And then Big Mom flying through everybody again. The Yonko, we got the Yonko in this chapter, flying through everybody saying, yo, I don't got time for none of you little mini-me looking motherfuckers. I want to get to the rooftop to Kaido, which means that we're gonna have all out war. Luffy's headed to the rooftop, Kaido's on the rooftop. Like, now Big Mom approaching, baby. Oh, chapter 1000. I know that this is all leading towards that, because if you think about it, where we find out where, I want to say it says Luffy is on the second floor midway through, and the rooftop is on top of floor 5. You think about it, a couple more chapters, Luffy gets to floor 3, floor 4, floor 5, and you know, if Oda wants, at any given point he could do something where, oh, Luffy got a power pole and he power pole extends to the roof. So at any given point it could happen like that. And just imagine like a 3-way battle, like Big Mom gets to the rooftop, because let's be real here, I'm waiting at any given point for Big Mom and Kaido, really more so Big Mom, to flip, reveal their cards and say, haha, you thought I was fucking with you, but now's the time. And just imagine that, and then all of a sudden like Blackbeard and Shanks show up. I know I keep saying that, but I feel like it's coming. I feel like chapter 1000 is going to be like, get ready, fam, get ready. And then he's gonna off-screen the whole thing. No! And the chapter ends off on a really random horny note of Sanji hearing, I want to say it was Black Maria, like singing and shit, and he like looked like he caught a boner, and I'm just like, that's how you end chapter, Oda? Chapter 996? Like, alrighty then. Honestly, really awesome chapter. It wasn't like the most advancement. There wasn't like giant advances of like, oh my god, but the setups and the moving, like, honestly, we're going to get chapters, I'm assuming, and maybe I'm off on this, and maybe the next chapter is going to be the biggest thing in the world. We'll know by, I want to say tomorrow with spoilers and shit, but the way we're advancing right now, I feel as though it's going to continue par for the course up until 999 and 1000. I think that's when we're going to just skyrocket, because you think about it, we're at 996, Luffy's midway to the second floor, rooftop is on top of floor 5, 997 floor 3, 998 floor 4, 999 floor 5, and reaches maybe the roof by the end of it, and then 1000 commence battle or whatever's about to happen. If we're looking at 4 out of 5 Yonko, you know, Shanks was talking to the Gorosei in the Reverie, who knows, man, and maybe I'm just inserting Shanks just for the sake of it, but this is going to be huge, and I'm curious what you guys think about it. For starters, if there was a 3-way battle right now, or let's just say a 2-on-1 battle, like, let's just say Big Mom says, hey, Mugiwara, I promise I won't have you eating my until we this motherfucker up. What do you say, fam? You good? Let's do it. Like, how do you feel if Luffy teamed up with Big Mom? They taking out Kaido, or you think Kaido still got this? Also, do you think that Kaido should be in When They Cry with that mace just clobbering? You think Oda's gearing up for chapter 1000 to have a big reveal of like all the Yonko going at it, or a majority of them? You think maybe Blackbeard, like, who was the enemy ship that Tom aborted on to get there? What was the point of bringing up the Will of D with Law right now in the flashback to Corazon? We know Oda never brings things up for no reason. It's about to have some big impact soon. And your overall thoughts and expectations for chapter 997 and beyond. One Piece greatness, fam. That's all I got to say. One Piece greatness. That's all I have for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And yo, we're almost there. A few more chapters to 1000. Let's go.
It's nights like this, and times like this, that I can give another hit. But I've got this inside a switch.